Halloween.
We have a friend visiting with us this week.
I'm beautiful. It's okay to stare. I won't bite much.
Let's see how many times. Should we place any bets now as to how often she goes off during it
shut her
before
up.
we shut her up?
Shut her up in the cheap seats.
Shut her up in the cheap seats. Cheap seats. Hey! Hi, I'm Mad Morty. This is my husband, David.
I'm that, yes.
You are that. He is silly. Well, we're both silly hats. And in case you can't tell, today is the 31st of October, 2021. And it is All Hallows Eve.
It's All Hallows.
Yeah,
All Hallow.
We've struggled with dressing up and dressing the house because this is what our house looks like normally.
All the time.
We actually thought about switching it all out, painting the walls white.
Yeah, dressing here sat in pink.
Yeah, dressing in pastels. Because that would be Halloween for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Here it is. Yeah.
This is Flosstube number 12.
12.
Number
Oh, my
12.
word.
Yes, and the last one's 25th September. This one's the 31st of October, of course, as we've already said. We seem to be settling into a rhythm of once a month at the end of the month. So it makes a nice little month wrap-up, actually.
Monthly wrap-up. Yes.
Wrap-up.
A month is about what people need to get over the shock of one for the next one to arrive.
Yeah. Something like that.
Should we try and do a stitch in floss tube?
We're going to try and do a Flosstube
Got
this
him.
time. We will leave any announcements. We'll leave any live stuff to the end so that people don't get fed up too early on.
Yes.
We've had some new subscribers. I think we were at 467 last count. We're slowly creeping up there. It's awesome. And we've had some lovely comments. We've had some very lovely comments, especially from the lovely Rogue Mama Stitcher, Amber. She has said some very nice things.
Cool.
Said some very nice things.
That's nice.
So I actually have a finish.
No bell.
Well, it's not technically cross stitch, so I don't think the bell counts on this occasion.
Okay. You have a finish.
You remember ages ago I did a medicine spoon?
You did for the witches.
Yep, and it was all hand embroidered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
This one isn't.
I decided I was going to do another one.
Right.
And it was supposed to have been delivered a month ago.
Oh, as reliable as ever. Take it on the chin.
Certainly got a big enough chin to take it. Yeah, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks, hubby. Love you too.
I'm right in your corner.
Yeah, right in something, that's for sure. So I decided I was going to do one of the English women's spoons.
Nicely done, nicely balanced.
I have to say, it's kind of like I've been waiting for the witch to talk to me, and it took her a while to tell me what she wanted me to do.
She's probably been busy talking to others.
She's probably tapping her foot, huffing away. So I had it's not come out very well actually because I ended up having to do it by machine, and I should have done it by hand really, but it needed to be done quickly. So here we have the spoon. You can't really see it, but there's machine embroidery all around there as an ethereal haze, and it says JS and Jane Simpson at the bottom, with a nice little purple ribbon and a broomstick and a little star. So there you go. Russia braids.
It's very effective actually.
on.
What you've created is jolly effective.
Yeah, it looks like I painted in it as well. So that's actually going to go off in the post tomorrow with a heartfelt apology to them for the
Your
delay,
tardiness.
for my tardiness. There you go. Actually got a finish.
Rather risky behaviour, isn't it?
What?
To be tardy to a witch's invention, in invitation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's not go there. Shh.
okay. Right. So, whips.
If you look into my eyes, I'll change you forever. Use the tone.
Oops.
Don't move too much.
Don't move too much. No, quite. Sit back.
You'll wake her up.
Gently. Right then. Okay, your turn. So,
Oh, my turn. Whips.
Yeah.
Work in progress.
Indeed.
Right, okay. It's that long tail. I'm continuing with Happy Birthdaisy,
Yeah.
which is Newton's Law, from the Newton's Law range. It's stitched on a 16 count, but everybody knows this by now, surely.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, they could all like, repeat after me.
Here it comes.
It's Anchor, Newton's Law, Happy Birthday, 60 count, HPI.
I'd love to say I've done loads of stitches,
Well,
but
here's
I don't count because it's back stitching daisy after daisy after daisy. So
Well, here's a picture from last time.
yeah, and we've done a couple of daisies, and we're getting into the swing of it. Each time I managed to get the stitching out.
Your stormtrooper is upside down.
He's Australian.
I don't care. He's upside down. He's going the right way up because he's going to make everyone nauseous.
Yeah, so it slowly but surely, one daisy at a time, it's coming together.
Good.
But the complicating thing is, one would think that you do daisy outside and daisy middle, the same colour, and one daisy next to another daisy would be the same pattern of stitching on the same colour. It's not. It's all mixed up, and a purple centre has a black outline, and a black outline has a purple centre, and it's taken me a while to get with the programme. But I am enjoying doing it once I manage to,
It's lovely.
open the project back.
You've done quite well. But it's
just slow.
But you've been, because of course, as you all know, David's a trucker.
That's T with trucker.
David drives lorries, trucks, and you've been on peculiar shifts at the moment, which means that you aren't able to get any stitching done because it's night. And of course, today we've put the clocks back, but of course it's been getting dark earlier.
Yes.
Just
Struggle to stitch in the dark.
Yeah, dark early in the morning, dark early in the afternoon. Yeah,
not pleasant.
So you're coming on really well.
Coming along. I'm still very happy with doing it. It's very effective. Okay. He's a super little project.
He is a super little project.
He is. Yes. That's me. That's my work in progress.
Okay.
Yes.
My first work in.
Go on. Sneak a peek. It won't hurt. For long.
So that's 3. I'm going to put little numbers in the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
I have got a non-stitching project, but still involves needles. One of my friends had a baby, and I am making a baby hoodie.
A baby hoodie?
A baby hoodie, yes. And look. Skulls.
There's a surprise.
Yeah, but they wanted something different. It's not going to be there in time for Halloween, that's for sure.
Well, next year.
But by then baby will have outgrown it.
Oh yes, before they've been in it.
Before they've even been in it. So I need to get a crack on with that one, really.
Yeah. How many projects is that you've got on the go?
Too many.
I don't think it's too many. I think it's 3 many.
It's 6 many, I think.
6 many.
Yeah. 6 many, but I've just finished one, so that's all right. Next up, Peppermint Purple, Stitch Along. I didn't do any on it last time. I think that might actually have been a lie. No, it was right. It was right, because at the 25th of September, I hadn't done anything. But since then, I have done something on it.
You had prepped everybody that you didn't need to panic because it was a box that you've done on several previous years.
Yeah, I was
looking
up to
down
date.
there.
I was up to date.
You were up to date.
I was up to date, and I'm not now. I'm kind of prepped for doing, but most of that should actually be completed by now.
Yes, because it's a 12-month project, isn't it? And we are just around the corner from the end of the year.
Yeah, we're only like 8 or 9 weeks away from the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
9 weeks. I think I've just completed number 43, and I've got quite a few more boxes yet to stitch. So, but that's where I am. Oh, here's where I was last time, and here's where I am now. So last time I had to stitch that one yet. Is that can that? Hang on, sorry.
Can I hold that?
I'm sorry, my darling.
It's quite right.
Right, last time I had to stitch that one, and I hadn't stitched any of these in.
No, you hadn't. No, you had
so I
promised
have
us
now
that.
finished that and stitched all of that, and it actually comes to a total of 843 back
Isn't
stitches.
that splendid?
It is.
Here's a question: is that to the bottom of those boxes? That's the end of the year. That's all. No, there's more boxes to go. Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Put that away. Yeah, there's going to be more done on it by next month.
Because you've got a magic wand?
Because I am going to make sure they're done.
Oh, okay.
But that's also because by the end of next month, I suspect that one of my other sales will be finished. I know one won't be because it runs right through into the new year.
Okay.
But one of them I will have finished on.
Okay.
I'm sure of that.
Cool.
So the next one, so obviously the Field of Ducks, no stitches. And the Panna Christmas Mousse, no stitches.
Gosh, before
I will
Christmas
pick. I will
moves.
pick Johnny up again. Don't worry.
Gosh.
Johnny needs some love.
Yeah.
Siren's Lament, no stitches, so I haven't actually stitched on that. I worked it out the other day. I haven't stitched on that since the middle of July, and I'm 21,000 stitches behind where I should be. Because I'm supposed to be doing 200 stitches a day on it to get it done in 4 years.
I'm pleased that it makes you laugh.
Yeah, if I didn't laugh, I'd cry.
Because everything that's stopping you do those original 3 projects is voluntary.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my conscience. So next up, actually, so the Cryptid stitch along. Last time looked like this. And since then, I've actually done 1,464 stitches on it.
Gosh.
So it's not like I've been sitting there doing nothing, you know.
No. Quite, you did.
But
800 of the other one.
But also, since our last video, we've been to a wedding on weekend.
We have.
We went away for a wedding in Wales, which was lovely. And then I came down. And I came down.
With that winter cold.
With the really grotty winter cold that's going around. So
it did knock you about a bit, didn't it?
Knocked me off my feet for a fortnight. And I did no stitching. I felt awful. So anyway, so it's not bad going, really, all things considered. I thought I'd actually gone further than I have. But you can hold this up for me.
I can hold this up for you. That is my sole purpose.
So the 1,000... What did I say? It was 1,464 stitches. It's literally just this, the Nightcrawler, and the Enfield Horror. And I got the red. It wasn't 666 that was missing.
No.
No, it was some other colour, and I didn't have it, and I didn't want to bother buying it, so I didn't buy it. I swapped it out for a colour that was one shade away, but you can't tell the difference.
You can't tell because there's no other red in that.
Quite. So yes, so I finished off Mothman. I did the Fresno Nightcrawlers, and then I did the Enfield Horror. And I'm about 4 behind on that one because there's Chupacabra, and I still got to finish off the bottom.
Oh, it is going to match.
It is going to match. It's going to be fine. It's just whether or not there's enough. Yeah. So that one is ongoing. That one is ongoing. But as I say, that's due to carry on right through November and December anyway.
I think ongoing
January
describes better stitching. Work in progress, just ongoing, I think, is a nicer word to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ongoing. So the other, you know what, I've been really remiss.
What have you done?
Okay, so Peppermint Purple stitched on 18 count DMC White Ada using DMC 550 and 3387. And the cryptidsal by the Witchy Stitcher, the fabric is 32 count hand dyed Belfast linen in colourway Heirloom. Heirloom.
It's nice.
Yes. And then the other stitch along I've been doing, if you remember, was the Candlesticks stitch along by Lakeside Needlecraft. Picture of where I was at last time here. And as you recall, I'd literally finished one of the candlesticks. And I had said that they'd released parts 3 and 4, but I hadn't started them yet. Well, they've actually released all parts now, so right up to parts 5 and 6. The big difference is that on this occasion, I have managed to complete parts 3 and 4.
Wow.
And I am halfway through part 5. So, again, I'm behind on it, but... And this is why you need to come this way a bit. There we go. So, I had done this one, and now I've done this one, and I'm working on this one. And it's fabulous.
It does look incredibly lovely.
In actual fact, I'm partway through parts 5 and 6.
Yeah, the dripping wax on the candles is particularly lovely.
Yeah. I have decided to outline push forward. And that way a bit. I have decided to outline the flames because the flames were just disappearing.
Yes, with the background of the pumpkin.
But you can't tell anyway in this light. So yes, and that one I have managed. I didn't make a note of how many stitches I've done.
Lots.
But last time I was on 2090 and I can't actually check to see where I am. You can put it down now. Let me have a look. Candlesticks.
So that says spooks.
It's going to be 1, 2, 3, so many lots, isn't it?
So many lots.
Yeah, so 7, 8, 11, 14. Well, you know what? I will work it out and I'll put how many stitches it is along here because I could check, I think. But it's on there, I think. I'm not sure. Actually, I do know how many stitches I've done. Bear with me a moment, ladies and gentlemen. and non-binary friends. Come on, open up tablet. Oh, that's scary. Right. Because I managed to recall, I managed to open it into Pattern Keeper. Where have I got that there? Go into Pattern Keeper and it will tell me. Bear with me. Just getting there. 6167.
6167.
6,167. That's now. I'm now on.
And you were at
2,090.
Wow, you've done gallons.
4,080 stitches.
Nicely done.
4,080. Blimey.
Blimey.
That can't be right.
Imagine. Well, that's what the technology is saying. That you're now at 6,000 and you were at 2,000. It's 4,000 something.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It doesn't,
Nicely done.
Doesn't seem right. It's like, I've still got another 2,000 to go.
Would 4,000 stitches finish Christmas Moose?
I don't know, because I don't know how many stitches it was, but probably.
I'm saying nothing.
Anyway, so yes, now the candlesticks is stitched on 16 count Ada in pumpkin colourway, which is dyed by Lakeside. I think actually it's not dyed, it's printed. It's a printed fabric. So, but thoroughly enjoying it. It's lovely. So that's great. So that is the works in progress.
Cool.
Bing, bing, bing. Haul.
Can I take this moment just to say that you're looking fabulous?
Thank you.
Okay.
It's very nice of you to say so. That gives me. If you can reach me.
Without knocking the hat off and waking her up.
Yeah. Right. So then that leads us on to haul. Haul, which is going to be
Have
fun.
we got some?
I've got a bit, yeah.
Okay.
Just a bit.
I don't.
So if you recall from last time, I talked about the fact that we were looking at starting the Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place and also Spooky House by X's and O's, Sandra Parlow, as two, they're kind of stitch-alongs, but it's groups of people that I'm with that are stitching them. Nadsex Stitch I will be doing the Spooky House with, but the Sleepy Hollow, loads of people are doing it at the moment. It's got a resurgence. It's been around about 10 years, that start.
Cool.
And I needed some additional threads and I needed fabric for the Spooky House, because what I bought for the Spooky House actually wasn't big enough, but it's just right for Sleepy Hollow.
That was fortuitous.
Very fortuitous. I did order fabric from Pole Stitches, but I didn't order it soon enough, so that actually still hasn't arrived. What are you doing? You got a hole in your shoe.
It would appear so.
You got a hole in your slipper.
I do.
How have you managed? Is it language?
Timothy, that's not pleasant.
Anyway.
Yes.
So.
I have a query.
Oh, you got a query? Okay.
You
You got a query, dearie?
I've got a query, dearie.
Yeah.
You've got a couple of stitch-alongs
Mm-hmm.
going at the moment,
Yes.
and you're behind on all of them,
Yes.
and you're going to put pressure on yourself to stitch along with other people that are stitching.
No, it's not timed. It's not timed. It's just that we're it's more like a start along really, because we're all starting at the same time.
Okay.
And we'll be working on it together and using a hashtag, which I believe is, don't quote me on this, but it's going to be something like Spooky Magic all year long or something like that.
Okay. So there's not going to be any of the I'm at
Spooky
Stitch
Magic
6,000. Where are you? Why not?
No, none of that.
Okay, good.
None of that. It's just about a shared
experience.
Shared experience
Yes.
of stitching it, and anybody that has issues.
Oh.
Beautiful. It's okay to stare. I won't bite
Oh.
much.
Okay. So anyway, where were we? Yes. So I ordered fabric from Pole Stitches, but it hasn't turned up yet. So I shall save that for another time.
Another time.
And instead I went to the lovely Patchwork Rabbit and saw what they actually had in stock. And very fortunately for me, they did have in stock fabric that was suitable. So I ordered it on Tuesday and it arrived Thursday.
That's incredible, isn't it?
And the fabric I have bought is Picture This Plus 16 count even. No, it's an Ada. A 16 count Ada in Mirage. And this is it. It's amazing.
When you first showed it to me, I kept seeing odd images in it.
You
But
did.
apparently it's just...
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't actually have faces and things.
No,
in it. So,
but you can see them.
so yeah, so I'm very impressed. So I think Patchwork Rabbit are brilliant for getting that straight across to me.
Very
I
cool.
have hemmed all the edges and I have pressed it. I've now got to mark out the grid on it quickly.
You've hemmed all the edges.
I've hemmed the edges, yes, because only one edge was hemmed, and so I've overlocked the edges. There might be a slight delay to the start because Nadine has had to go over to Malta, so thoughts and prayers with Nadine.
Yeah, safe journey.
Family health is not good over there, so she's gone over to be with her mum, and but she's taking it with her apparently.
Bless.
So I don't think she's taking anything else. So I better get on with it.
Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
I'm not expecting Nadine to get any stitching done, if I'm perfectly honest. So Nadine, if you're watching this, I'm not expecting you to work on it while you're away. You do what you need to do. We will work on it when we get back. We will work on it when you get back. I'm there with you.
Yes.
So that was that one. And that was to do... I'll put another picture. Instead of... No, I'll show the couple of pictures that I've got. So... So that's for that.
Yes.
She's lovely. And the whole of that moon is done in glow-in-the-dark threads.
Fabulous. We bought this at...
Harrogate in 2017.
Indeed, yes.
That's all glow-in-the-dark. Spooky thread. Yes. It doesn't glow, but...
Cool.
It does glow, but not like that. So that was that one. And I had quite a lot of stuff in stash already. But not everything.
Okay.
Yep. So that was that one. And that's the fabric. And then the other one I'm doing is, as I say, Glendon Place.
Oh, the witch on the broomstick. Isn't it? Is that not a witch on a broomstick? Oh, it's the headless horseman.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can see why you thought it was a witch on the broomstick, but that's actually little hillocks underneath him with tombstones and not a broomstick. I can see why, without your glasses from a distance, with the bright light, that's what you thought it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking at... Yes, I can still see a witch on a broomstick.
Yeah, because it looks like a broomstick. It's the horse's tail sticking out. You can see that, can't you? Look, from a long way away, it looks like a witch on a broomstick.
Or I just could be mental.
You are mental.
Yeah, okay.
It's not could be. So for that one, I'm using, which I already had in stash, Winter Skies by Sparkleys.
They're very similar.
They are very similar, yes. This is more. This is like a darker grey.
Okay.
I might even do it that way up even, but it wasn't big enough.
Because well, this is
this
right.
one,
Okay, yes, I understand now.
This is a 20. So that was a 16 count.
Yes.
Ada.
Yes.
This is a 28 count. Brittany.
Even weave.
Which is an even weave, which is equivalent to 14. They are the same size piece of fabric, but the lower stitch count means a bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lower stitch count
means a bigger picture. Yeah. Yes, because 14 holes, 14 stitches per inch.
Yes.
Versus 16 will make an inch or so difference across the whole of the piece. Which is kind of critical when you've got a piece of fabric that's only 18 inches by 27.
Indeed,
and
yeah,
you need to have framing depth.
Yeah, you could always staple an extra piece on the side.
People do stitch extra bits on, but there just wasn't quite enough. I was about 2 inches short.
Oh, it's worked out okay.
It has worked out absolutely fine. So
both spooky pieces will look good on that
they
silver
will look
grey.
amazing. Yeah, one is more blue purple tones than the other.
Okay.
I've got a secret project on the go, which I didn't mention in my whips, but I do have a secret project on the go. And for that, I went to Lilu's.
This is a great place to mention secrets, don't you think?
Yeah, but nobody needs to know what it is.
Just you and me here.
So I went to Lilu X Stitch on Etsy and bought some sparkly fabric.
That looks fun to stitch.
It's interesting, I can tell you. It is lovely, actually. Wow. It is silver. You can't see how sparkly it actually is.
It really is very sparkly.
It is really catching the light and sparkling. She also sent me two little tiny samples, which I could actually stitch little tiny motifs on and frame them. But that's two other colourways. You can see there more of the sparkle. It's like a iridescence. And the two colourways that she sent were indigo and petrol blue, which are just lovely.
They're actually beautiful. They're good together.
Silver. So that's Lilu's X Stitch. That turned up nicely. And then...
If you into my eyes, I'll change you forever to stone.
Okay.
The trick is now, how slowly do I need to sit back so
I
she
don't
doesn't
know.
go off again?
I don't know, it might have been me. It might have been me. So I then went to DCN Crafts and Love Crafts and Lakeside to try and get all the threads that I needed, because I had about a third, I suppose, of the different flosses for
Okay.
each of them in stash already.
Yep.
And I was a bit short, and I decided I was actually going to do Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman, in Anchor rather than DMC, because I had got quite a lot of the Anchor, and it is stitched, supposedly it's stitched in Anchor as well. So I went to DCN Crafts were really good. Now, I don't know if they've still got their sale on, but their DMC was only 59 pence a skein compared to 69 pence everywhere else, and their Anchor was 69 pence a skein, and the cheapest I could find it anywhere else was 85 pence. That's quite a bit of a difference, really. So that all turned up, and that I've yet to sort out between the two, but that'll be really easy, because anything that's DMC is going on Spooky House.
Yes.
And anything that's Anchor is going on to Sleepy Hollow. So that was one lot I got. But they didn't have everything I needed, so I then went to Lovecrafts. And Lovecrafts turned up a couple of days later. So I pretty much got DCN and Lakeside really, really quickly. So again, more of the same. The other thing about DCN was you spent £22, you got free postage, which you don't get free postage from Lakeside.
Right.
I don't think. I could be wrong. It might be a slightly higher amount before you get it, but yeah. So yes, so there's all of those as well. And interestingly, Lovecrafts turns up in a little organza bag when they send anything out.
That's a nice bag.
It is a nice little bag. And I also ordered some DMC Diamant in red and green, very Christmassy festive.
You're thinking Christmas projects,
I'm thinking Christmas
or
projects.
or Johnny.
I'm thinking Christmas projects.
Okay.
Yes,
that's.
They also. I got sent a free skein of paint box threads, which is 100% mercerized Egyptian cotton.
Yeah.
In hot pink.
Anybody out there want that?
It's probably going to go in the giveaway bag. Along with
not
that.
going to get used in this house.
Not going to get used in this house. So that's that.
Not that there's anything wrong with using that colour.
Not that there's anything wrong with using that colour. And then I went to Lakeside and got a couple of... I got some...
You actually went?
No, digitally. I went.
I did.
So I got some beads. I needed some beads for the Glendon Place project as well. And I needed Karen water lilies to do the moon in lemon and lime. So I got those as well.
Didn't you say the moon was the glowing stuff?
No, that's on the spooky house. This is going to get really confusing. Can you tell? But also I needed some Krynic. And there's one Krynic that you can't get anywhere here. But so I've had to go to my floss fairy over in Canada, who has ordered some direct from the company for me.
Wow.
And she was placing a big order for Krynic. This is quite funny. She placed a big order for Krynic and got a notification yesterday that the Krynic was being shipped, but the only item from her order that was being shipped was mine. None of the rest of the stuff that she ordered was being shipped because it wasn't available. Oops. Anyway.
Oops.
So that's DCN, Lovecraft, Lakeside, Patchwork Rabbit, eBay, Etsy. So I also went to Etsy for Autumn Lane Stitchery. So I'm going to put pictures in here. I got a chart of the collectors, which I can't wait to do, but that will be for next year.
Already queuing up next year.
I'm already queuing up next year. But when you see the picture of what the collectors look like, you'll get it. Okay. You'll get it. And also I went to Green Terrace on Etsy and bought charts of the Halloween gnomes, picture there. Halloween treasures, picture there. And the Halloween sampler. You get the theme?
Halloween. Cool.
So in a couple of months you'll hear all about the Christmas ones I'm going to buy as well. Lastly, Stitchy Kindness. Had a little bit of Stitchy. So I was involved in the Spooky Sally swap thing.
Yes.
Spooky Sally. Spooky Swappers. And my secret spookster turned out to be the Stitching Penguin.
Penguin.
I'm
sure she'll be pleased you called her a penguin.
The Stitching Penguin, Ashley, over in the States. And I thought I'd brought down Darn it.
Wherefore is it? And I will fetch it.
No, it's okay. What I'll do is I'll take a photograph of it and I will
stick it
put
up.
it in here. But
A picture here of what was
she
sent.
sent me a load of, well, a picture not of what was sent, a picture of what she made. We were doing like something shade, something made, something sweet, something neat, that kind of thing. Sent a load of American sweets. I have discovered that I'm definitely team candy corn. Sorry, I ate.
Yeah,
it
no,
already.
we are team candy corn, definitely. Definitely.
And did like a lot of the other things, like the Reese's pumpkins. We get those over here as well. But
What's not to like in Reese's?
Reese's pumpkin, yeah. And other things like the American version of Maltesers, which are
Different.
Yeah, I'm not very keen on them.
Different, just different.
The chocolate's different. It's a bit weird, but anyway,
Just different.
And something that was very much like our
Yeah.
Snickers bars. It was very like
it. Dolly mixtures. That was what candy corns were
was
like.
a bit like Dolly mixtures.
Yeah,
wasn't
some
it?
dolly mixtures.
So
some
really
dolly
nice.
mixtures.
And also I got a needle minder from her. Little Hocus Pocus. That was my
Nice.
something shade, I think. And the something made was this lovely little bottle with a pumpkin in it. And I believe that the chart is by Max Stitch.
Oh yes,
On
with
Etsy.
the glowing.
But the spider that was a glowing spider that Ashley's other half had made is just fabulous.
Adorable.
So I'll take a couple of pictures because I'll see if I can get a photograph of it glowing. In the dark.
Glowing, yes.
That would be quite cool. I'll have to switch them, flash off and everything. So I'll see if I can pop that in. What else? So plans and announcements. I've already mentioned Spooky House and Sleepy Hollow. It's going to end up being Spooky Hollow and Sleepy House.
Yes, it is. Spooky Hollow, Sleepy House, yeah.
What about you? You're going to put something on?
Sort of a plan, isn't it? I've got a plan to start when I can. It's going to be something called Celtic Bee by Textured Treasures.
Trevor's?
No? Textured Treasures. Sorry, Karen. Textured Treasures.
Take a peek. It won't hurt for long.
It's about 6 times now.
Yeah. It's on Witchelt, 28 count, using petite treasure braid and some DMC threads.
Mm-hmm.
It's
310 and something.
It's been
variegated.
prepped, so it's on here.
Yeah.
I've had the nice loan of a medicine bottle from somebody. Thank you very much. But what the bee is going to look like, and I just love this bee. When Livy stitched it, I just fell in love with this animal, and it's just lovely. It's proper lovely. It's I suppose the bit that Livy cursed out, and I'm a bit afraid of, is stitching with the braid.
The treasure braid.
Yeah, the
which is
treasure
all
braid
satin stitch in the
wings.
wings.
But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be something different. I haven't stitched on even weave before, so it's all a nice challenge. Looking forward to it. So that will start as soon as I feel I can. Probably this will be the project that starts at home, and I will carry on stitching Happy Birthdaisy in the truck.
And also, a bit of news, out of the press news. I hope that Karen doesn't mind mentioning it, but they're looking at getting a website at last. So watch this space. Hopefully that will be sorted out before too long. So I think that's it.
I think we're done.
I think we're done. A bit quicker than previous weeks, but yeah, we're done.
Stick to the business.
Stick to the business, and I've got somewhere I need to be now. So
Yes, you do.
I do.
So we'll wrap this one up.
We're going to wrap this one up. Very quickly, we went and saw the new Bond film. We've also been and seen Dune. We're going to go and see it again, maybe tomorrow. If I can get
IMAX.
tickets. At an IMAX theatre.
Yes.
Amazing. Loved it. I would give it very high scores. Both of them.
Yes.
Love them a lot.
Yes.
And you've been watching Deep Space Nine, and I've just been catching up with lots of people on YouTube. Rogue Mama Stitcher, Amber, watched her.
Who mentioned us?
Yeah,
We've got a good mention from somebody.
We've had a couple of good mentions from people.
Very nice.
And I've done
Thank
the
you.
usual trick of forgetting to write it all down, and I really must do that. So I will do that sometime soon. But in the meantime, I hope you keep happy, healthy, wise and well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and ring that bell. We'll see you again soon. Happy Halloween! And now you stay quiet. I love it.
You hate your stare. I won't bite.
Bye.
Bless her.